So hi guys, welcome to the channel Learn Concepts with Nikhil, Discover, Learn and Grow. So in this video, we'll be learning some more frameworks for validating software requirements. In the previous video, we have learned about Smart, right? Even it is also used for validating software requirements. Apart from Smart, there are some more frameworks, some more techniques in order to validate software requirements. We will be learning about them in detail, not in detail. I'll be giving the overview of every framework. Actually, in business analysis in IT companies, people will be using a smart most of the time. So, smart framework, specific, measurable, achievable, or attainable, relevant, and time bound. But even these frameworks also useful in order to get clarity, completeness, as well as feasibility, right? So, let's see what are the other frameworks for validating software requirements, right? So first is when validating software requirement, different models and frameworks. 1 minute, guys. Different model and frameworks helps ensure completeness, correctness, and feasibility. Right. So these are used for requirement validating requirements for completeness, correctness, feasibility, clarity, and all those things. So first one is FURPS. That is nothing but a F stands for functionality, U stands for usability, R stands for reliability, P stands for performance, and S stands for supportability. These all are functional plus non-functional requirements, right? All the our software or our product should contain all the functional and non-functional requirements, and this FURPS helps in validating those software requirements. For example, functionality, features, security, and capabilities. These are there in our software system or not. These are there in our software requirements or not. These are used for validation, right? So we will be validating by FURPS. That means we will be validating functionality as well as non-functionality requirements of the software. Functionality, features, security, and capabilities. User experience. Usability is nothing but user experience, acceptability, usability, ease of use, learning curve. Reliability, stability, failure rate, and error tolerance. Error tolerance. This error tolerance, stability, and failure rate will be building your low failure rate. Will be building your trust, right? That is nothing but reliability, performance, response time, fast response time, or scalability. Many people can use, as well as resource usage. Like there should be a big database, right? As well as next is supportability, maintainability, testability, and adaptability. These are used. Uh, this framework is used to ensure to validate the software requirements, all the functional and non-functional requirements. So we will be using this framework called FURPS. Use in validation. What is the use of this framework in validation? Ensure all software quality attributes are considered during requirement analysis. Right? It ensures that all software quality attributes, along with the quality is nothing but non-functional requirements. Along with quality, it also ensures all functional attributes are considered in a requirement analysis. Right? So this is about FURPS. Next is CUCB. That is nothing but correctness, and unambiguity, consistency, and verifiable, right? Verifiability. Yeah, verifiability. The framework ensures that requirements are well defined and testable, right? You can understand by reading the line. The framework ensures that the requirements which we have gathered for the software development are well defined and testable. Correctness. The requirement accurately represents the user needs. So it should be correctness. Like, is my requirement accurately representing the user needs or not correct? Yeah. Next is unambiguity, clear and precise language with no misinterpretation. And ambiguity one like we can derive many meanings from that requirement, but it should be unambiguity. It should be unambiguity, right? Clear and precise language. There should be no scope for other meanings, other derivative meanings. It should be only one particular meaning, and it should clearly show what are we trying to achieve with that requirement. Consistency, no contradictions within the requirement set. So it should be consistent, right? Verifiability, ability to confirm the requirement is made through the testing, right? So use in validation helps in writing high quality, precise, and testable requirements. So there will be no scope for any misunderstandings or miscommunications, and there is no scope for deriving other meanings, right? So yeah. This is about CUCV. Next framework is CAE, completeness, accuracy, and expressiveness, right? So completeness, all necessary requirements are included. Completeness माने तो like all the requirements are included करके like it should be complete for the software development, right? All the requirements should be complete in order to make software. So it should be completeness. Accuracy, requirements correctly reflect the stakeholder needs, as simple as that, right? So stakeholders will be having some needs, clients, users, and based upon those needs only requirements are correctly reflected or not करके. Expressiveness, requirements are detailed and understandable, right? It should be detailed, understandable, but precise and concise. So now let's see use in validation. What is the use of CAE, this framework, in the use of validation? So ensures that requirements fully cover the scope and are clearly documented, right? So all the requirements are clearly documented, as well as all the requirements are needed are there for software development करके. All the requirements are fully completed, all the requirements are fully covered as per the scope of software development or software product, right? CAE, this is the CAE framework. And next is APVU. APVU is nothing but atomicity, prioritization, validity, and unambiguity. Atomicity requirements should be self-contained and not depend on others. We have learned in user story, right? User stories also should not be depending on others करके. Even a requirement should not be depending on others. User stories are derived from requirements only now, so they should not be dependent on other requirements. Prioritization, importance and implementation order are defined. Prioritization, you learn prioritization techniques, right? So based on prioritization techniques, you will be prioritizing the requirements. Validity, requirements should be justified and necessary. So we have to justify the requirements. Why we are considering those requirements karke? What is the purpose of considering those requirements only? We have to justify and necessary. Like requirements should be justified, which are necessary and necessary, not ambiguity, clarity to avoid misinterpretation. And we have learned about ambiguity, right? We should not derive any other meanings from the what you can say any other meanings from the requirement. It should be concise, precise, and easily understandable, straight to the point. We can say it as straight to the point, right? Next, what is the use of what we can say? What is the use of APVU framework in the use of validation? Helps in refining the requirements to be modular, clear, and actionable, right? So yeah, I have given the overall high level view of this requirement, guys. Why? Because we will be using Smart only for validating the requirements, but these are the additional frameworks in order to validate software requirements. Next is the Smart. We have learned about Smart in the previous video, right? So next is Smart. We have learned about Smart in the previous video, right? So let's discuss about Smart in a yeah, high level view. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, and T stands for time bound. And what is the use of this framework? Smart framework in validation, software requirements validation. So ensures requirement are practical, right? We have learned about smart that requirement should be practical and aligned with the business objectives. That is nothing but business will be having some objective, and the requirements and business objectives are in the same page or not. करके we will be checking that. Next is conclusion. This frameworks helps in requirement validating, like software requirements validation, by focusing on different aspects such as quality. Like if your PS will be focusing mainly on validating the requirements related to quality, right? Related to quality, functionality requirements. CUCV will be concentrating more on correctness of the requirements. CAE will be mostly concentrating on the completeness of the requirements, and APVU will be concentrating more on clarity of the requirements. And SMART is nothing but feasibility. We can build it or not. करके practicality, right? Using a combination of these approaches improves requirement quality. Okay, by implementing these what you can say these frameworks, these techniques, the approaches improves requirement quality. That is nothing but a functionality requirement as well as non-functionality requirements, reducing risks during development. So validation, we will be doing validation before development only, right? So it will be ensuring the quality, as well as it will be reducing the risks. These frameworks will be reducing the risks. Why? Because we are validating the requirements clearly, right? We are validating based on clarity. We are validating based on completeness. We are validating based on correctness. We are validating based on quality as well as feasibility. So there will be less chance for risks, right? Accuracy will be nice. Accuracy will be good when coming to software requirements in the development stage. So this is all about validating software requirements frameworks. So bye guys.